Okay, I'll just start by introducing myself, and we are going to talk about how actually generate leads from LinkedIn and make it your sales funnel number one. Also, a quick question: how many of you are the founders of B2B businesses? Amazing. How many of you are consultants here? Advisors? Amazing. So it half. Amazing. I will serve both of you today. Uh, quick introduction. My name is Renata Rabilova. I'm founder of Compostly. It's agency built with the system that helps to automate the generation of the LinkedIn content and bring results in terms of lead generation and also creation of your personal brand on LinkedIn. You can scan it and let's get connected. And I also have some value bombs that I will be sharing, like 50 frameworks on LinkedIn that perform the best. So pay attention and there'll be more scanning today. Let's get it started. So why actually LinkedIn is best for the B2B sales? Here are some raw data. First of all, it's 65 million people, decision makers, are scrolling it every day. If, for example, YouTube Shorts or Instagram, TikTok, and stuff are actually, mostly doom scrolling, then LinkedIn is mostly for the professional who are looking for solutions. So it's really good when you can actually add value and people will follow you for that. 80% of B2B sales are generated from LinkedIn, and also the audience of LinkedIn is rapidly growing. Right now, it's more than 1 billion users registered on LinkedIn, and also it's growing the 9.6% of the creators that creating content at least once a week. And just quick fun facts, it grew 1% within this year. In the beginning of the year, it was 8.6% of active users, and now in November, it's already 9.6. So this is the time for you to get started on LinkedIn and get the most out of it. So I think 90% of people that especially have not yet been active on LinkedIn, they know that they need to be there, but there's always something that stops you. Sometimes it's a thought that you have some more important things to do, right, rather than generate content. And I think you're right, because that's what we solve with our agency. We help busy founders to to have some more of time on their hands to think of the strategic decisions, not actually to be a full-time content creator. Also, some of you might be afraid of judgment with other things and stuff. And good news, people don't really care about much others, but they're concentrating on themselves. So stop overthinking, stop trying to make every post perfect, and just let it out there. Also, another problem is that some founders are facing, they don't know what to write about, right? And especially in terms of strategy, they don't have it. Another thing that I see a lot of founders are making as a mistake is they think what to write, but they don't document what they do. But by starting actually telling your founder's journey, your consultant journey, you can actually drive more followers and also get more potential leads that will, reach you out for actually your advice and stuff. So why now also? Another question. B2B economy is growing rapidly. If previously B2C were, let's say, taking over the grounds, now it's B2B creators, and by 2027, it will be a 500 billion market. Also from LinkedIn, usually people see around 420% return on investment from the strategically posting and content creating. And also some might say that LinkedIn is right now like Instagram Reels in 2020. So the early adopters gets the more value out of it. Only this summer, LinkedIn introduced the very valuable metrics that are now available to track. If previously the only metrics you could have tracked is the impressions and the engagements rate, now you can track profile visits from your posts. You can also track how many followers you gained from this post, also even how many clicks there were from your post. And you can see which posts are actually generating leads to your business and to your websites. Now, also within like this last month, also it's available to see the saves and private shares of your content on LinkedIn. Unfortunately, you cannot see that much, but it's a pretty great stats that we have from our clients. So now, let's say LinkedIn is a full B2B sales funnel that you can actually track and see the results and calculate the return on investment. prepared some tips for you from LinkedIn. I call them level one, let's say LinkedIn bare minimum, and also LinkedIn premium, what you can do. First of all, like what I see from a lot of founders that come to us, they don't have a problem about just posting, but they have a problems from getting the results from LinkedIn. And why this happens? Because they don't have a specific strategy that they follow. Sometimes they just post whenever they feel it, or maybe they post that they go to the events and conferences and stuff, and that doesn't really generate the leads. If you don't have a strategy to follow, it's harder to get the specific results that you're looking for. First of all, it's important to define your goals. So, for example, here are my goals and examples that you can see and that you can implement to yours. So, for me, it's important to generate, for example, leads for my agency, build my personal brand. And also, here you need to understand what you want to sell on LinkedIn. Is it your business? Is it your consultation stuff? And be more specific. The more specific you are about what you're going to sell, and the more specific you are about your ICP, the better results will be. Secondly, yes, identifying your ICPs, the pains, the needs, the fears of your audience that you're writing to, and implement into your content strategy. This is very crucial. And also establish the content pillars, like what you want to write about, and also be specific and do it maximum like 3 to 5 content pillars that you want to be seen in a year. So, for example, like number one, a lead generation, content creation, like founder of global technological business, community builder, strategist. So this is very important because if you are not focusing on something specific and don't stick to a specific topics, it's harder to be published and suggested by LinkedIn and be promoted organically and get the reach that you are looking for. Continue with the LinkedIn bare minimum. Another thing that a lot of founders and consultants are forgetting, it's about the marketing approach and generating the content that actually follows the funnel. So I bet a lot of you understand the tofu mofu bofu strategy. No. Okay. So it's about creating the funnel, the top funnel. The tofu is the post that will get more attention and get more reach. So, for example, write about something broad. So let's say about founder struggles. So that will get your more leads that not specifically linked to your type of business, for example, but it will get your interesting people inside. Then you also nurture them with the engagement post. So add some value, add some more specifics. And BOFO is the bottom of the funnel when you actually have the CTAs to go to your website, to book a meeting with you and stuff. So it's always about from the top to the bottom, you need to nurture the leads and people on your LinkedIn. Also, optimize your profile. This is pretty important. Don't overcomplicate stuff and make sure that your profile gives an idea to the people who landed on your page about who are you, what you do, what you can offer, how you can be helpful. And this is a KISS approach, so keep it stupid simple. Because I see a lot of people overcomplicate stuff, and it is important for even people out of your industry understand how you can be helpful. Just a case interesting. I had recently a consultation. There was a really great consultant that was in the gaming monetization, but he did a lot of great content, and he's growing followers grew, but no consultation request. So when I looked on his page, there was not even a single sentence that he gives out these consultations. So he created a great content, but people didn't know how they can work with him, how they can approach him and stuff. So it was pretty crucial. So this is important. Keep it stupid simple. Also invest in premium. I do recommend that because there you can unlock the importance things like you can track the links in your page, and you can have a page to your website, for example, in every post. And also do post regularly, at least 3 times a week to gain more followers and get some more traction and visibility. Also, just a quick tip, use frameworks. You don't need to reinvent the content. You don't need to think from scratch. You can just follow the interesting people that you see from the industry, see what is already performing in your niche, like the topic, post structures, and etc. And here also a value alert. You can scan and get a free 50 frameworks for your LinkedIn post that they can be easily reused for any industry specific, any type of consultants or B2B founders. LinkedIn Premium. Okay, what can you do with the premium experience on LinkedIn? First of all, comment strategically, because some people, they just post and ghost, so don't do that. Take time to at least maybe 20 minutes a day, or let's say, okay, 10 minutes a day, and just scroll your LinkedIn feed and see what is happening there. First of all, you can get more ideas about what to post. Secondly, what is happening in your industry. Maybe you can even find interesting partnerships from there and stuff. So do that. And when you also comment, first of all, LinkedIn really appreciates when you're an active user. So it also can boost your performance metrics as well. And secondly, when you interact with other people's, they're usually thankful and they notice you that you actually, interact with their posts. So they do it also for you as well. Also, collaboration. I do love collaborations a lot. You can also find people with, let's say, the same following base or even more, and you can co-create carousels, joint newsletters and stuff. Also do cross-promotional content. This is very important for the growth, especially if you have less, let's say, thousands followers and stuff. It's help you to grow your following base faster. Also viral posts. I bet you've seen on LinkedIn, there are like type of posts when you have aggregated value for a comment and you can create them. Like I bet you have already a guide how to do something or like a list or something you can share for a comment, and that will help you to boost the visibility as well. Usually the viral post, the comment for the value post, they get way much more traction and can get viral. And also for active outreach, don't just connect, spark the conversation, especially if you see that there is an interesting follower added to your page and stuff. You can just reach out, say, like, network, ask what they do, like what they struggles and stuff. And sometimes you can just invite them to a follow-up call and maybe they will be interested in what you offer, because I do love sales a lot. And I think sales is about our arts and giving out an opportunity for people. Another thing that you can do, of course, it's influencer marketing. It really works well on LinkedIn because they have a very specific audience that you can get through paying them, like, or have, let's say, barter like publications on their page. You can even, it's still working, let's say, buy likes and comments from the influence people who are influencer in your like industry, and then their audience will see your content and maybe also get some following and reach out for your consultations and business. Of course, paid advertising, now there's available also boost posts, and also do repurpose content to other channels. Don't always fixate on LinkedIn. I use Substack, Medium and stuff. So what is a good and bad LinkedIn post? You have here an example of one of our clients. This is like a, let's say, typical LinkedIn post that you can see. There is no much structure. There's a lot of hashtags and stuff that's really does not perform well on LinkedIn. Here is a post that we did 2 weeks ago for him, and you can see a lot of structure here because LinkedIn, even though I don't think that there are illiterate people on LinkedIn, but they don't really have time. It's still scrolling platform. So if they don't get, you don't get their attention in the first few seconds, you lost them. So here you can see there's structure. There's also a hook that should be used in LinkedIn posts, and you can see the performance of these two posts. So this is, let's say, not so good performance of the impressions and stuff. Here you can see that posts reached 110,000 impressions, even though the following base is only 5,000 of this person connections. So it went viral because there was a hook, there was a structure, an interesting topic. So next steps. This week, I do recommend you to optimize your profile in terms of keep it super simple, define your ICP, establish the content pillars, and next 30 days, publish at least 12 posts according to your strategy, the pain points of your audience, so what you're going to sell and stuff. And also just be proactive on LinkedIn. That really helps. You don't even need like a salesy outreach, like cold outreach, but you just need to be genuinely interested in connecting with people and, offering what you can give them, and see maybe there is a great opportunity for them. And of course, track the performance and make sure that you notice which types of posts and the content are performing the best for you on LinkedIn. And don't be afraid of repeating it. Even once a month, for example, if there's a, let's say, a viral post for you on the page, you can repeat it so once in a while and get even better results. For example, for one of our clients, we had a post that we repeated. First, it got 5,000 impression, then 400,000 impression, then again 100,000 impression, and 20,000 impression. So it's the same post that we just repeated from a little slightly different angles once a month, and it gets us pretty good impression rates and the following base afterward. Here also you can take a photos if you have no idea what to write about. Here are 20 plus questions that you can answer yourself and create a content from there. It usually gives some more virality from this. It's about personal and career reflection, daily life and philosophy, also mentorship and advice. I have more. If you would connect me on LinkedIn, I can send you more of this type of questions list. Also, let's connect. And also, I give you a promise again. If you take a photo, for example, or publish a photo from the stage of me and connect with me on LinkedIn and tag me, I can add you and comment also on your post and help you to boost the visibility on LinkedIn to my audience as well. I do have a pretty good audience, especially in terms of the founder's base. Might be a good selling point. So if you've been waiting for a call to become a LinkedIn hero, here it is. Thank you.